guys, I hope you're all well and having a great day. So I wanted to come on here today to talk to you about my spark returning. Now, it was so incredible. The past year has been really tough, but I looked back and I was thinking, actually, my life has felt quite different the past few years. And there were certain aspects to my life that happened, things happened, you know, life happens, shit happens. And yeah, there was loads of things that was really dimming my light and taking my energy, and you know, I'm going to take responsibility for it as well. There was things that maybe I didn't have so great boundaries then, and you know, let's just think about this year though. So I was going to say, like, the start of this year, it was like my whole life had burnt to the ground. So much had gone wrong, it seemed, you know, when things are like, this isn't fair, why me? It's like we need to reframe that to, okay, why is this happening for me? And when I did that, I was like, okay, this is still not great, this is still not good, but I need to help myself. So what I did was I really put my wellness first this year and really looked in the mirror. And even with things like, which was a massive thing actually, was finding new personal assistants to help me live my life as fully as I can. And I just had this thing that, yes, I needed them, I really needed them, and it was really a struggle, like feeling very short-staffed. But I waited until the right people came along. I didn't settle, and I think I've now put that approach to everything in my life. And I used to be, I am sometimes still, sometimes little, there is parts of me that still has that people-pleasing aspect and that overthinking, because I'm human. Like, it's not, I'm not always like perfect, and I do still overthink things sometimes. That's just me. There's part of me that does that, and it's because I care too much sometimes. But there's a lot that's shifted, that I've, you know, been like, okay, I'm gonna put boundaries to myself of like, this is what you need, this is what you want, and that's okay. So I did all of that, and with that, I was making sure I was doing my tapping, my meditations. I was even tracking my sleep with my Aura ring. I have a few things to say about the Aura ring though. I sometimes wear it, sometimes don't, because I think sometimes it's good to know your kind of your habits with sleep and stress, but at the same time it can then be a bit something you get obsessed with, and also feel worse if you look and it says you've only had a few hours sleep. Sometimes you'd rather not know because then you just, it's good for validation, but you don't always need it. Just listen to your body, right? So I was doing a meditation one day, midst of summer. I love that little saying, the midst of summer. And I literally felt this light, like I had my eyes closed, shoot into my solar plexus area, like in my stomach. And it was like a bullet. And I was like, I'm back. Like, sounds crazy, but you guys know I'm a spiritual girly anyway. It was like I came back. It's like I came home. And what I believe is, it never went, but it probably went more out. Like, it felt safe enough to be there again. And obviously it's not a physical, but it felt like a physical thing actually. But it's just that side of me that is brighter, that is showing up, that is bigger in the sense of being out there in the world and not overthinking anything, like not being small, like speaking my truth, and also asking for what I need and what I want in my life, and even creating content. And I was thinking that went back so far because of some things I went through, and I wasn't creating content like I used to. I wasn't on here, was I? So that was a big thing, and it was just a feeling. So enough about me. Anyway, that's a little bit of the story, I guess. But enough about me in that aspect. But because I want to talk about you, and with that, it's like I want to remind you, if you feel like you're in this darkness right now, know that you can keep going, you can keep moving forward. And even if you feel like you're completely stuck, doing things like meditation, or even just being honest with yourself, looking in the mirror and saying, like, what is going on? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? Or brain dumping onto a piece of paper, like your thoughts, or drawing, or just doing something creative. Be honest with yourself about what's going on. And if you don't even know, it's like being aware and being conscious of it and giving yourself a bit of grace. So I think, you know, even when there were times where I couldn't do much because I had no one to help me, apart from like, you know, someone helping me get up, and then I was like, what am I supposed to do? It's like I didn't have much time. So it's like, it can be a time when you get easily in your head and you just overthink, and you have no motivation, you have no, like, you feel like nothing's ever going to get better. And I'll be honest with you guys, there was one day and it was horrible. I remember looking in the mirror and I thought, I'm never coming back. Like, who I always want to be and the things that I want to do, that's never going to happen again. And I had that belief for that moment. I really believed it, and it was like I felt like I was just staring into space. And so I took myself outside and I looked up, and all of these birds, literally gives me chills, all of these birds flew over me, like so many birds. And the poet in me was like, okay, they're moving forward, things will happen, I'll be able to fly again, if that makes sense. Spread my wings again, look at my feathers. So that was quite a beautiful moment, because I felt like I was hopeless, and I'm a very hopeful person, and I think that's the first time in a long time that I felt quite hopeless. But that has shifted, and I promise that it will. Sometimes we need to do things, sometimes we need to step into ourselves more, like, and be the true us and the authentic us as much as possible for that shift to happen, and for like, okay, I can come back. So look at the things that you can do. I found like even going to the gym when I could was very helpful, and I can't wait to get back. I haven't been for a month, guys, because I've been not that, like, physically my body's just been a bit and then I hurt myself the other day. So hopefully after my trip I will be able to get back to the gym, and because it's so good to move your body. Anyway, I digress. But I just want you to know that it will get better, and it's then you can use that as a source of motivation in the future. Like, when you think, oh, I feel really good now, think of the time, like, say if you feel really good and you just think, I don't really feel like being ambitious. Sometimes you feel like that, or you haven't got the motivation to do something. If you feel like unmotivated but you have the resources to do things, use those resources while you can. Use this body while you can. It's not always going to be this way, and things will go, you know, life's going to always be like this. So whilst it's like up on those peaks, use the energy that you have and what life's given you. Don't waste this precious life, because you don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't mean it's ever going to be over, but you can also use those dark times from the past in your current time to be like, okay, this is going to fuel me to move forward all the time. Because there was times where I was like thinking, oh, stuck in bed, or say I had a bit of issue having to be on bed rest a couple of times this year as well. And when I then got up, I'm like, I'm so grateful that I get to be up in my chair. So it's like always remembering what you're grateful for. Especially, it's really good to remember what you're grateful for when you're going through the darkness. But after you start to see the light again, still remember the gratitude, what you'd have for the simple things when you couldn't do those things. Hope that makes sense. And with that being said, I have now launched a membership called Her Wild Era Collective, which is a membership for women to really step into being their authentic selves and the magic of that. There's going to be prompts, there's going to be creativity, there's going to be live tappings, live group coaching, and live meditations, and even just uploaded meditations for you. There will be themes at times. It's just going to be a really beautiful community where us women, it's like we're all going to be sat around a campfire, but it's a membership. So my membership is the most affordable like course, or I won't say course because the membership's an ongoing thing. It's my most affordable offering I've ever created, but it's still going to be incredible, and it's going to be more incredible because we're going to create that sisterhood. Even like manifestation and all of that witchy amazing stuff is going to be in it too. But I want you to remind you, this won't be a to-do list at all. This is about you just stepping into who you really are. Like, you're enough now. You're already enough. But there's things that can help you become more you, because when you're the most you as you can be, magic starts to happen. You manifest more because you are just being true. You are the higher version of you. You're like, wake up like, okay, what would the higher version of me do? And then you do it. So you're already that higher version. So that is launching. Get on the wait list. If you're watching it now, it might already have been launched, but 17th of September is the launch date. No one else knows that yet. So there you go. I'm so excited. And I hope this gave you just a bit of hope. That is my message really, is that don't give up on hope and don't give up on yourself, because you really do deserve the best. And even if it's really hard right now, we're gonna, even in her Wild Era Collective, we can look at things that we can be doing even when we can't do much. Like, what can we enjoy in life right now, and start to see the magic even when it's not great. And allow your nervous system to relax, allow that cortisol to chill, like ease your mind and body and soul. So that's what I did. I was like taking care of my mind, body and soul, even though I felt like, oh. And then, poof, I came back to myself. It's like I never had gone. It was deep in my bones. It is who I am. But it's like, I also want to say, the people that you surround yourself with, notice how you feel around certain people. It makes such a difference to your life. The biggest difference. I love a lot of time on my own. It's hard to get that because of, there's a contradiction there. But I do like having time on my own, because it is really important to be in your own energy and figure out like, okay, is this my feeling or someone else's feeling, or am I being influenced, or blah, 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 blah. So yeah, be mindful of your circle. And that's why her Wild Era Collective is going to be amazing, because it'll be with women who are like-minded, and yeah, we can, like, it'll be amazing, can't wait. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to be joining, and I can't wait to see you there. There's going to be a live call on the day of the launch. So the first coaching call of the membership is going to be on the 17th of September, and I cannot wait. I hope you all have a beautiful day, I really do, and sending you all the well wishes, all the goodness, and may something magical happen with your day. It will, because I've said it. Because when we say something magical is going to happen, it's going to happen. So I will speak to you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, mwah.